spirit of Texas. Good Morning Texas Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
It's one of the biggest decisions we'll make in our adult lives, buying or refinancing a home. Just the thought of it brings thousands of questions to mind. Lucky for us, we have an expert to help us sort things out. Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending is here this morning to answer some of your questions. Good morning.
Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning. Let's go ahead and jump right into our first question. It's coming from Heather in Addison. She is asking, I am looking to buy a home in August or September. When should I start the pre-approval process?
You should start right now. In fact, Shannon, I always recommend to people start at least 90 to 120 days, if not longer, on the pre-approval process. One important fact here and one important statistic is a lot of people are dealing with credit issues. And the number one thing that people call up and say to us is, I've got great credit, perfect credit, only to find out that they have a medical collection on their credit report. They had a late payment that they didn't know about. And credit is everything when it comes to getting a mortgage. So I always recommend a lender looks at your income, your assets, your credit, 90 to 120 days before you even start that process. So if Heather's looking in August, September, start right now.
Very good advice. Next up we have John. He's in Dallas. And John is saying, I have a first mortgage at 5.25% and a second at 8%. I owe $204,000 on the first and $35,000 on the second. He's asking, have I missed the opportunity to refinance, and do you think it is worth it for him?
Yeah, rates are near record lows right now, so no, you have not missed the opportunity. However, if you took out your loan and you're paying 5 1/4 on your first mortgage, most likely you took it out over 5 years ago. Then you're paying that higher rate on the second mortgage. Most likely his value has gone up so much, Shannon, that you now could combine the first and second mortgage together, put it under one loan, drop your rate, but I would highly recommend that you look at a 15-year fixed rate mortgage, because when you're paying those higher rates, you can drop to a lower rate on a fix. If you're comfortable with your payments now, your payments may be pretty close to where they are right now, but you're cutting all that time and term off your loan, saving you a ton of interest.
Really good time to do that. Question number 3 is coming from Steve. He's in Frisco, and he's saying the value of my home has increased by, get this, 20% over the past year. He said, and I am considering a cash-out refinance to pay off credit card debt. What do you think about that, Rodney? Wise move? Yay, nay? I
don't recommend people just take cash out to take cash out. But if you have a purpose behind it and a passion, number 1 purpose, pay off credit card debts. Number 2, do home improvements. Number 3, pay off student loans, or rather than go apply for student loans, do it as a cash out refinance. I always recommend, number 1, get out of credit card debt. Rates on mortgages are a lot cheaper than your credit card interest rates, and so I think it's a good move for him to pick up the phone and at least check on a cash out refinance.
Oh, good advice. Last one is coming from Bill. He's in Denton. He wants to know, he says, I'm a military veteran and never used my VA loan before. What's the max loan amount on a VA, and do you think it's a good loan for him right now?
It's one of the best loan programs in America. No money down, up to $417,000. I actually have VA loans up to $700,000. But once you get over $417,000, you do have to put a down payment down. And so it's very important. VA loans used to be 2% of the business nationwide. Now it's about 20% of the business. It is a great loan. We do a lot of them. I recommend he look at a VA loan.
All good advice. And you talk about a lot more when it comes to your radio show, and you're on at 11 this morning.
Every day on iHeartRadio, 11 a.m. to noon on 1190 a.m. We're talking all matters financial, making it fun, and I just invite people to listen every single day or join me at our Anderson Radio all across social media.
It's a good time to get some questions answered at that particular time as well, and you can call Rodney at 1-800-EXPRESS for more information on rates and mortgage questions, or you can go to rodneyanderson.com.